Welcome to the LMS system of session 31 for BSc Mathematics subject of a 5th semester. The paper title is Numerical Analysis 1. This is for the Gulbarga University Kalburgi affiliated colleges. Now, next, the topic that we are going to study in these sessions are finite differences. So, in that, the first bit is forward difference. Before we will go forward, we will have a recap what we have learnt in the previous sessions. We have learnt how to solve the linear system of equation using some standard methods like elimination method, Jacobi's method, Gauss-Seidel's method. Now, in this session, at the end of this session, we can able to define what do you mean by a forward difference. So, let us define the forward difference. Let us take a function y is equals to f of x. We have taken the function as y is equals to f of x. Here we know that x is called as an independent variable and y is called as a dependent variable. We have arranged some values of x and y values. The values of x are called as arguments here, right? And values of y are called entries. So, the independent variable are called arguments and the dependent variables are called as entries. Now, arrangement of values of x, that is independent variable or we can say arguments. Here the values of x are arranged in such a way that the difference between two consecutive values, that is x1 and x0 should be h, and the difference between x3 and x2 should be h. Difference between x2 and x1 should be h. That is, the difference between the two consecutive values should be constant. The difference between two values x1 minus x0, x2 minus x1, x3 minus x1, they are all differences are same. Their all differences are same. Here we are wrote it. You can see it here. That is, the difference between x1 minus x0 is h. Here the difference between x2 minus x1 is h and x3 minus x2 is h. And this can be rewritten as x1 can be written as x0 plus h, x2 can be written as x0 plus 2h and x3 can be written as x0 plus 3h. So here the h is called as, what is the h? H is called as the interval of difference. Here it is, or we can say step size. That is, h is the difference between these two, like this. The difference between these two consecutive values are h. They are called as a interval of difference or step size. So, corresponding values of y can be written as y0 is equals to f of x0, y1 is equals to f of x1, that is f of x0 plus h. Here it is, we are wrote it here. Here x1 can be written as x0 plus h, right? So here x0 plus h. y2 is written as f of x2 is equals to x0 plus 2h. We can have second value here, it is here. So similarly, y3 can be written as f of x3, that is x0 plus h. As if you go on writing like this, yn can be written as f of xn, that is f of x0 plus nh, right? So, the difference between the consecutive values of this, that is the difference between these two values, f of x plus h minus f of x. Here it is f of x plus h minus f of x. F of x plus h minus f of x here, right, is called the first order forward difference or first forward difference. That is the difference between the two values f of x plus h minus f of x, okay, of a function, and it is denoted by delta. Here it is, delta is here. This delta, it is denoted by delta. Now delta of f of x, that is whatever we have said, that is delta of f of x is nothing but an f of x plus h minus f of x. That is f of x plus h minus f of x. Right, friends? Now the similarly we can write the second order forward difference as delta square of f of x. How it is? We can write it as delta of f of x. It is delta of f of x plus h, as we know that. What is delta of f of x? It is f of x plus h minus f of x. So I have substituted the delta for both the functions. Here in this step I have substituted it. Now delta of f of x plus h, first value, is f of x plus 2h minus f of x plus h, right? And what is the value of this delta of f of x? Here we have wrote it. You can see f of x plus h minus f of x. If you simplify this, all the things, we are going to get this, that is f of x plus 2h minus 2 times of f of x plus h plus f of x. Similarly, we can find the third order difference. Third order forward difference. It is given here, that is delta cube of f of x is equals to f of x plus 3h minus 3 times f of x plus 2h plus 3 times f of x plus h minus f of x. Right? In general, for nth differences, we can write it as, what we can write? Delta to the power of n of f of x is equals to delta to the power of n minus 1 times of delta of f of x. You can write like this, that is delta of f of x means f of x plus h minus f of x, right? I have substituted it. So we have got this. Here delta of f of x, delta square of f of x, delta cube of f of x are known as forward difference or analytical functions. Right? Now the some of the books for references are Dr. Mantesh Swami and College Mathematics by Jairam Prakashan Shantinarayan. Right? So thank you, friends.